Dude, really? That was our coolest one yet, man.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, and they're like, what? Yeah, that's cool?
That was that was something. That was definitely something.
I want to say that wasn't planned.
That wasn't planned. That was...
We never plan our openings.
No.
No.
Well, as a matter of fact, we hardly plan these videos now, and it's wonderful. No lists, by the way. If I could grab the camera, I would show you. There's no pieces of paper here that have lists.
Though we have had a few where there was a list.
We have had a few, yes. Maybe, possibly.
And I'm guilty of the list. I'm just going to put it out there.
Yes. I got to remember not to look at that and look at that.
Look up,
Yeah.
All right, so today we are dedicating this entire video to...
Diamond of Diamond and Silk.
Yeah, Diamond of Diamond and Silk. She passed away. When did she pass?
She passed on January 9th. So that was
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Wow, man.
So she died yesterday. Diamond of Diamond and Silk. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. They're conservative commentators. Definitely two very well put together women who
happen to be black.
Yeah, who happen to be black. But and their
lovely
videos,
ladies.
Videos were jovial as much as their tongues were sharp.
And so, they epitomize what America, in my perspective, and what America is all about.
Yeah.
Not just freedom, but also happiness. Being happy in your life and freedom. And no matter who they had on their show that they were interviewing, no matter what subject they talk about, their effervescence and joy of life always came across.
Yeah, always shone through.
Yeah. It's one reason why I loved watching them. I feel so bad for Silk. I would imagine, since they were going up until a week ago, I saw them, I would imagine this was some kind of sudden thing because Diamond did not look like she was in bad health. So it may have been a heart attack or something. So my heart personally goes out to Silk. Darling, I'm so sorry for you.
And we'd like to go ahead and talk actually about people that I would like to think this is what we've been talking.
They transitioned over.
Yeah. Oh, did they? I didn't. I wasn't aware that they transitioned over.
Yeah,
and
good while back. It was Trump that transitioned over.
And so this episode is about other people who have seen the error of their judgments when it comes to the liberal ideology of stealing from everybody and giving to anybody, and gone more towards the conservative, which we're not conservative. Again, we'll say that again.
But we like conservatives.
But we like conservatives.
Yeah.
Our views are definitely closer on the conservative side than the liberal side, of course.
But some people, as Damon's talking about, have been leftists, nasty little furry leftists in their life.
Hardcore. I will rob from you if I got to get a guy from gun to do it.
And yet, something in them was honest.
Yes.
And they started hearing conservative libertarian ideas, where libertarians basically were sort of hardcore libertarians. But they started hearing that, and the honesty in them was like, wow.
That sounds reasonable. Mm-hmm. People not getting screwed with all the time. It's government not getting into your business and your life and not dictating where you can go, what you can do, all those things.
Want to be left alone? Want to keep your own goddamn money? Everything. Yeah. I mean, just right on down the list. They get their self-respect back.
Yes.
Because leftism is a lack of self-respect. Mm-hmm. It's a desire to dominate and control and steal. That's what leftism is.
And that's what blew my mind. Actually, I just recently heard that conservatism was more along the lines of, or how it was founded was more along the lines of the gross domestic product or a country's resources. Conservatives would believe that these resources need to be conservatively doled and dealt with, whereas liberals would believe that they would be more liberally doled out.
Yeah.
So how it went from that to this, where we are now, is wow, a far cry.
Yeah.
Even Tulsi Gabbard said that the left that she started in. By the way, Tulsi Gabbard, first one.
Yep.
On the
We're
list.
going to be mentioning a bunch of people who went over to the bright side from the dark side.
Yes. And Tulsi Gabbard's one of them. She said that the liberal left is definitely not the liberal left of when she had started in her political career.
Classical liberals is what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And that is, they felt like the government should stay mostly out of the economic sector and allow for individual rights to a large degree.
And by the way, I'm calling this now. I believe Bill Maher is going to be a big.
Oh wow, yeah.
I believe Bill Maher is going to be a big name.
That might be a good call
in the switch.
Yeah,
because lately Bill Maher has been excessively critical. He still calls himself a staunch and proud liberal, but he has become much more excessively critical.
Well, he's come out on this whole PC culture and the fact that comedy has been eliminated in America now. There's just there's no funny anymore outside of David Chappelle and a few others who shoot the middle finger at the furry left.
IDGAF, Dave, salute.
So it's just finally a lot of people are waking up, and the one positive thing I personally want to say on this is it shows that people can still be honest.
Yeah. And it was commentators like Diamond and Silk who and Ben Shapiro and
Conservative Twins,
the Hodge Twins, you know, it's Candace Owens,
Owens.
more commentators, more people like what we hope we inspire also.
Yeah,
you know, because we want everybody to be happy, you know, because that makes us happy because we're not getting fucked with, and nobody's happy getting fucked with, right? You know, so we want our words to reach somebody also.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we do this.
Yeah.
You know,
it is.
And so this is kind of like along the lines of what we were talking about.
You know, I hadn't thought about this, but you used to be a liberal.
I did. I voted for Obama twice, as a matter of fact.
Wow. Wow. I thought you did just once. You did twice?
I voted for Obama twice, yeah.
Persona non grata.
Hey, I did. I was hardcore. I was hardcore all about Barack Obama.
Somebody must have changed your mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Some weird person that
Come on.
picks their nose all
Come on. Yeah.
Just so happens that I had the pleasure of having long, very drawn out conversations because, as you can imagine, somebody likes to talk. I don't know who.
I don't know either. I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, you know, we have a talk show.
Yeah.
We need to start getting guest stars.
I know. Besides Eidos
and Kimchi.
Kimchi and what's K?
I can't remember.
I can't remember his name. Yeah,
Insert here.
Yeah.
Please forgive us.
The one that we had on during the Tom McDonald.
It was very difficult to remember. I keep wanting to think it's like Kino Solaris or something like that, but it definitely wasn't that.
Oh, and what got us going on this was you started talking about Russell Brand.
Yeah.
Russell Brand used to be spacey and a little lefty and all this other stuff.
Russell, if you ever see this, you know, no disrespect, but realistically speaking,
you were nutty, bro.
I really, really never thought that I would be sitting there enjoying your program as much as I do, and how in your direction and how much more clear you are in your mind, and also I like your style too.
Yeah.
You know, so no disrespect, but definitely you were a shock for me.
Yeah, and you're an eloquent exponent now.
Yeah.
Largely of freedom. When I say largely, we don't agree with anybody completely.
100%. Yeah.
But, I mean, you're amazing. We love you.
Truly.
Love the fact that you had Tim Robbins on recently. And Tim Robbins actually seems to be becoming sort of rational.
Which is surprising. You know?
Yes.
You know, congratulations, Tim.
I mean, he was a
love
furry...
your Shawshank.
Yeah, Shawshank. Amazing. Yeah. He was as furry lefty as they come, as far as I could tell. And now he's calling the whole COVID stuff fascism or whatever. I mean, loving that stuff, man. And when those kinds of epiphanies come across, when I see that kind of thing happen, it just warms my heart. I love seeing that kind of love of freedom.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. We should be free. We should be left alone.
And shout out to you, Tim Pool, who was a Bernie boy. Tim Pool. Oh yeah, he was.
Tim Pool.
He was hardcore Bernie.
By the way, can I make a quick plug?
Absolutely.
For, I wrote a brand new U.S. Constitution. It's out in pamphlet form on Amazon now. So
this is the Constitution we actually talked about on this DudeReally channel.
Yes. Go buy it.
You saw this face.
It's under the name David Elmore. That's another name that I use.
And by the way, might I say that the book cover itself is made of a genuine, not leather, but feels very nice, you know, in the hand.
It's a really nice cardboard.
As you unfold it, you will get that feeling, that wonderful feeling of sexiness.
Hey, do I have to pay you for the marketing now?
Yes, absolutely.
Shit. Anyway, we've actually published this Constitution here on our channel, so go look for that if you want. It's in a scrolling form with Beethoven's Ninth Adagio in the background. Anyway, so there's that. But anyway, but it's talking about freedom is the reason I brought that into it. And so many lefties are becoming conservative libertarian, like the famous David Horowitz, and you said Dave Rubin?
Mark Rubin?
Oh, Mark Rubin. Mark Rubin. Yeah, Mark Rubin. Yeah. Mark Rubin. Who else?
You want to go down the list? Okay.
I mean, just some other ones.
Let's see.
Kirk Cameron.
James Woods.
John Voight. And I don't know if some of those used to be leftists, but they're brave conservatives.
I think John Voight was Republican the whole time.
Was he?
I think so. I mean, but I don't quote me on that, John. If I'm misrepresenting, I apologize. If you ever see this video, that would be awesome.
But the point in all of this is people can change.
Truly, and it's voices like Diamond and Silk, and that
and us,
helps, you know,
conservative twins,
and talking it. This is the beauty about talking ideas. This is why the left is so afraid and wants to close down the conversation.
Yes.
This is why.
Good point.
This is why they always want to control the argument. They want to control the narrative. They want to control the words. They want to control the populace. And how do you do that? By shutting down discourse. Whether you agree with us today, or whether you agree with us next year, or whether you agree with us 10 years from now. The point is that these ideals, that you were actually at least exposed to these.
Yeah.
So exposed this information. It's people like Diamond and Silk and the Hodge twins and Candace Owens and Mark Rubin.
Yeah, and a lot of these conservatives have learned to get their own server farms.
Truly.
To get away from the Facebook monopoly and the used to be Twitter monopoly, the Google engines. Now, you know, DuckDuckGo and others are becoming very popular. It's one that I use. And they finally, conservatives and libertarians finally learned how to be self-sufficient and get the opinions out.
It wasn't necessary before. It wasn't necessary before this heavy attack on conservative values came into play. I mean,
trying to shut us down.
It was kind of a shadow thing for a while, but nobody could really find any definitive proof, any definitive evidence. And now it's so blatant that it's impossible to hide.
Yeah, now we know that the FBI was in bed with the Twitter execs.
Truly, it's insane.
For years, folks.
How insane is that? How nuts is that? That they're having actual email conversations back and forth about what information is allowed to pass through.
Seriously, and they were paying them also.
And that right there is collusion at its highest nature.
And what kind of people even want to suffocate the opinions of others?
The kind that are afraid of the opinions.
Yeah, it's the people who want, it's the autocratic, dictatorial mindset that doesn't want a sharing of opinions.
Exactly. You've heard it from us plenty of times. You know, the people who are trying to stop information are never the good guys. Look through history.
Exactly. And this is actually something that Tim Robbins brought up in the Russell Brand interview. He's like, why is government getting involved with telling people what they can say, what they can do, and everything else? And this is the question, evidently, that finally, I don't know what it was that triggered Tim Robbins to do this, but this impressed me. Every time I watch a Tim Robbins movie, I can't get out of my mind that he was a furry lefty, and all of a sudden, this guy changes his mind. That kind of thing is revolutionary. What happened with Tulsi Gabbard is revolutionary.
Blew my mind. You guys have heard me say it on the show before Tulsi decided to leave the left. But I said she would have definitely been a pick of mine to vote for president. Absolutely.
Yeah. If
she had actually made it, it would have been a very difficult decision between Tulsi and Donald.
She's still not perfect. Obviously, nobody is. But the thing is, there seems to be at least some respect for freedom going on.
Oh yeah.
And this is the thing. This is one reason why I wrote this Constitution. And by the way, I wrote this Constitution after hundreds of conversations with this guy right here. So I say I wrote it.
We definitely had hundreds of conversations.
Yes, hundreds, thousands maybe. But so it's one reason why I dedicate, part of my dedication is to Damon.
I was there. I swear.
But get this. This is a brand new Constitution for the United States of America. It's based on individual rights. And it expounds and espouses a lot of the ideas that Diamond and Silk and the Hodge twins and Mark Rubin, Ben Shapiro,
Larry Elder,
Russell Brand,
that
everybody,
Tim Pool,
and we go several steps further.
Yes, because it's necessary, by the way.
Because they don't fully quite understand what individual rights are, folks. This is the key.
Really, it's the key. You talk about, whenever we're talking about, everybody else talks about what should, and this is what should. This is the building. This is the building block. This is that foundation. This is the foundation that you're able to build a popular and successful structure from.
And the only foundation you can have to be completely free.
Yes.
We've said it before, and I say it in this Constitution. You have a right to your actions. All of the actions you take with your body, property, and money. All, 100%. You being born does not make you a slave to welfare.
Does not.
Because that's what welfare is. It's servitude.
And as soon as you get how fair is it? As soon as you get a paycheck, you are already into the system of servitude.
Yep.
You are already a high-paid slave.
Yep, that's what you are.
Because if you don't believe you are, then don't pay. See how long it takes for them to come take you.
And good luck with that, because the government enforces companies having to take your money before you even see it.
Yeah.
They passed that in the 1930s, I think it was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Roosevelt. Yeah.
But I mean, all you got to do is stop paying. That's all you got to do. All you got to do is stop paying and watch. A guy with a gun will eventually show up at your house, and he will eventually take you and put you into a camp.
Because that's what government is. It's the power of the gun.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And this Constitution takes that away from them. So
rightly so. It puts the power back where it should be, with the people.
Yeah. So again, the dedication to poor Diamond and poor R.I.P. lovely lady, and our thoughts and hearts go out to Silk. And we hope that she continues to call it Diamond and Silk.
Truly.
Frankly. So hearts go out to them. And brothers in freedom. Anything else, Dan?
That's it.
Okay. Y'all take care.